Good morning. Well, I guess it's just turned into afternoon for me. Look at this. We got a bunch of snow. I was just going to go out and plow, and apparently got a load to Portland, Oregon. And my tractor didn't want to start for some reason because I think I left the rear light on it. So I couldn't really plow. But here's how much snow we have. Man, this van does okay. I mean, we got maybe 6 inches already. Supposedly a foot today, so we'll see how that goes. Load delivers to Portland tomorrow, so I don't know exactly how the roads will be, but you know, we're really not afraid of that. I'm not afraid of the weather. I'm just sometimes cautious of the drivers, you know, driving in this kind of weather. Here we go, nobody there, and we're off. So yeah, picks up out here in Spokane Valley, delivers to Portland, and we charge them $7.50 for this load because we know that the weather's bad in Portland. There's not going to be anything there, so we treated it as a round trip. And we actually bid this thing a couple times. I think two times for sure, maybe even 3, and they finally said, okay, book it. So somebody's waiting for a window from Cascade Windows, and it's going to go to Portland. Let's go get it done. That's it. Gonna get loaded out of this door. The guy already went to go get it on the forklift, so it's just one piece, almost 400 pounds. That's all I know. Don't even know the dimensions or anything about it. And then delivers supposedly tomorrow, whenever they open, but I know that place is open 24 hours, so if I get there and everything's good, I might be able to get unloaded right away, but we'll see. The usual check-in process, you go to the office, shipping people didn't know anything about it. They did a walkie-talkie to somebody. Somebody answered they will check on it. Somebody else answered I know all about it. So they just came and got me, and this is how you get loaded. So in case you guys are new, brand new, you don't know what's going on, you go check in. Usually within, if you don't have any other instructions, you go to the shipping office or receiving office if you're checking in for delivery. Sometimes it's 2 in 1. It doesn't, you know, shipping and receiving could be 2 in 1 in a lot of locations. So you just check in with them first, and then they'll guide you to where you need to go, and you just get loaded up, strap it in, and you're good to go. That's how things work. Some people ask how we drive in the snow. What do we do? Do we get a hotel room? And do we stop? Well, if the roads are open, we go. Here's I-90 in Spokane, Washington. One side plowed, nothing else is plowed. This is how we drive. You go slow. If the roads are open, we go. If the roads are closed, then we tell broker roads are closed. We look if there's an alternate route. If there is, we give them that option. If there's more miles, we ask for more money. If there's no other option and, you know, it's unsafe to keep going, alternate route, then, you know, we just stand and wait for the road to reopen, because you don't really know how good or how bad an alternate route or a highway will be. You know, if there's no, usually they do close the highways or the freeway just because there's an accident, so that way more people won't get any more trouble. That's how things work. Where's this guy think he's doing with this 4x4? So it's not because of non-plowing or things like that. It's because there's been something and people don't want any more collisions from whatever has happened already, you know what I mean? So that's why things get closed, or bad winds or things like that, so people don't keep coming over there. That's why I-90 in Wyoming keeps getting closed a lot of times, because of that part. Why am I still here? This is where you go. This is where the veterans go. This is the left lane. So hopefully that answers some of your guys' questions. You know, a lot of times we get asked, oh, if roads are like this, if it's winter outside, what do you do? Well, this is what you do. You keep going slowly and safely. And hopefully you guys got some, you know, all-season tires on, because this winter's pretty, you know, it had a slow beginning, but now that it began, you guys know yourselves what's going on throughout the country. We got snow everywhere. If any of you want to try chocolate bananas, you just let me know and I'll give you the recipe for some chocolate bananas. Did some plowing. My son did this actually. Good job, Daniel. If you ever watch this, thank you very much. He did some plowing. By the time I picked up the load and came back, he had half of it done already at the house. So basically leaving at 6:15 p.m. Portland, usually with me driving, I get there within 5 hours in normal weather, but obviously weather's not normal, so I don't know. 2 hours ago I checked what's going on as far as road conditions go, and 84 was closed from Hood River all the way up until Portland. So I know that other side, I don't know what that highway is. 12? Is it 12? It's not 12 maybe, I don't know what it is. Whatever it is. So basically I think I'm going to go around. Go as far as the road is open and then try to go around. I'll do some more research here as I go. You never know, maybe they have it open now. But as far as when I checked it 2 hours ago, it was closed. So we might have some, you know, little bit of this, little bit of that to do, but what do you expect? Money making is not easy, and yeah, this is an adventure. This is why this kind of job is, you know, hated by some people and loved by others, because you do have to, you know, for the most part, everything's usually smooth, but then sometimes you have to do a little bit of troubleshooting, whether it's Mother Nature, whether it's something else, going around someplace, dealing with something. So yeah, I mean, keeps your mind occupied, and you know, sometimes you're on your toes, but that's good. Checked the roads. That Highway 84 is still closed over there, so I'm still trying to figure out if I'm gonna turn off of 97 onto that Highway 14, which is the Washington side that leads you into Portland and Vancouver, or if I'm gonna go a little further all the way up to Hood River. I think that if they closed it there and people don't know, there's going to be accumulation of vehicles there, and it might be a bigger problem versus actually coming on there earlier. So road is closed. We're going to go around. This road, you might say, well, that's plowed, that looks pretty good. It's plowed, but underneath, whatever you see in black, that's actually, you know, black ice. So it's still slippery. As far as my braveness level goes, I'm like anywhere between 62 and 65 miles an hour. I'm not brave enough to go on ice any quicker than that. Tires are good. I'm an experienced driver. You know, with God's help, we'll get there. I just ran into some officers on the Washington side on Highway 14. They turned me around and told me to come to this bridge here, which is, I believe, the Dalles. And I'm like, well, I thought 84 is closed. And he tells me that, well, this is closed and 84 is open. I'm like, well, Google tells me it's closed. The guy doesn't want to argue with me. He says, oh, check on Oregon Trip Finder or Oregon something. So I was like, all right. So we're going to go try 84. If I would have known, I would have kept on going on 84. It was icy, but it wasn't horrible.
Welcome to Oregon.
All transaction, prepaid only. Okay, I guess I got to pay a toll here. Nobody's here. Last time I was here like a year ago, basically this place was open like 24 hours, you know what I mean? They were here during the night and they unloaded me like early in the morning. So that's what happened. And this time, I don't know, only my tracks are here. I really don't know if they're working or if they're not working. There's a lot of places that are shut down due to the weather, and they're not used to having snow and whatever they got here. A little bit of snow and a little bit of rain now. It's raining now, so they got a little bit of snow. You guys see that? Portland, Oregon's not used to that. Anyways, turn my heater on. I'm gonna sleep right here. The door I need to go to is, if you look at this truck right there ahead of me, there's a little side door there. I walked in there, it was open, and the place is open. Nobody there, not a single soul, so it's all right. We'll just try this early in the morning. Maybe try 7, see if they're open at 7, because my other load picks up at 9. I want to make sure I have enough time to get there. Good night, everybody. Until morning. Okay, I just got empty, 7:15 a.m. I was sleeping right on site, like you guys saw. Checked in. By the time they came, I didn't have time to turn on the camera for you so you could see the unloading process, but you guys get the point. Forklift driver loads you, forklift driver unloads you. Really simple. Gonna punch in the address to my next pickup and go there and hopefully get loaded quickly. It's gonna be a self-load over there, so that's the next load. But I'll tell you guys all about that a little bit later once we get some sunlight out. So this is like an apocalyptic something that happened to these guys. Look at this. This person ran into that car, just left it there, Florida, and basically they had quite a bit of snow for them. Usually they have none in Portland here. So all the snow, then they had a freeze, so it rained and then it froze, so it created ice. And then now it's melting rapidly fast, which is also creating problems. And these guys are definitely not used to this. You know, like these people right here, they blocked this road off because, what is this? This is an ice skating rink. This is good for kids to come down the hill. Look at that. And that's where Google wanted me. Google, look at these people. They can't even get up this hill. Google wanted me to go up that hill. It's closed. You know, this is why you gotta have good traction tires, peeps, because you don't know where and when bad weather is gonna hit you. Forget about a load if you got a load, you know, if it cancels or whatever. But the main thing is staying safe, being able to get out of the area if you need to, or move out of the way to a safer place even, and not get stuck. So yeah, I mean, now this is one of the mainer roads, so they've treated this, probably salted this, so people can somewhat get up to this hospital here. That's where my next pickup is, the hospital. But yeah, it's not everywhere like this. So I got there at 2 a.m. Took me 8 hours to get to Portland in this weather to deliver that, you know, the Cascade stuff. And that's it, you know. I was beat, I was tired. I had to go around, I had to use my head while driving as well. So, you know, yeah, came to a roadblock one time. Still 84 said it was closed, and I kept going on it. It tried to reroute me to 14 again, but I just kept going on 84, and it was actually open, and semis were using chains. I was just driving the way, you know, normal way, no chains. With traction tires, you're good. So I suggest all season tires for everybody, all year round. You don't have to buy snow tires, because you're gonna, when you get to a warmer place, 40 and above, snow tires, those things wear out super fast. It's not worth it. Just regular, you know, good soft rubber traction tires. not winter tires. Thanks guys for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. That helps the channel out a lot. I mean, a lot. I put a lot of time and effort into this. You know, I do all the editing myself. There's a lot that goes into this behind the scenes. Not just, you know, taping, but other things as well. So God bless. We'll see each other on the next video. And the next video is coming right up. I'm almost here. I've been to this place many times. It's the...
Then your destination will be on the right.
Where's my phone even? In my pocket? Turn right and my destination will be on the right. Oh, come on. Let's make this big. There is a place with the docks. And I don't know exactly where it is. It's somewhere around here. Got to circle around because it's got one address, but one address with a million docks and stuff. I need dock number 17. I think last time I was around here I picked up from someplace. I'm gonna go check that place next. I already looked at one. I already looked at a place. Anyways, I'm not gonna mess around, you know, boring you guys with driving around the hospital. But it's like an apocalyptic event out here. When it snows like this, freezes, then it melts, it's no good. So I'm going to try this dock right here. This dock area. See if this is dock number 17. Maybe it is. Dock 16. Dang it. Where the heck is 17? I'm going to go ask these people where's 17. I got here just at 8 o'clock, a little bit even before 8. Now it's 10:20, so I just finally got loaded. I've never picked up any piece of medical equipment that took this long. Basically, they have kind of like a state of emergency almost out here in Portland. Hospitals' pipes froze, bursted. The department where I'm supposed to be picking up from, they got flooded. The shipping area doesn't work, has strict special access to there. The people that have the special access, they don't work today. The contact that I had is not answering the phone, didn't answer. So I was all over the place. Long story short, there was a guy I found finally that actually took me around who had access to everything. He took me around a little bit. We didn't find it. Then he went back in his office, tried to call my contact at home, supposedly. And my contact at home, nobody had the number. And then some guy gave my number, because I asked him to. I'm like, hey, brother, I came all the way from Spokane. I just really, you know, want to make sure that I can pick it up. 100% either pick up or 100%, you know, can't pick it up today. So basically, they did all they could. Contact called me back, told me that it was in some hallway down there in that basement where I didn't have access to. And I was already down there trying to find my way to the loading dock. And one of the guys down there was like, well, how did you get access to here? Who sent you down here? And I'm like, well, the guy who had the card sent me down here so I can get to the loading dock. And he's like, you're not supposed to be here without an escort. It's not like he was yelling at me, but he was like saying, hey, this is protocol. You have to have an escort. Like, I can't believe that somebody really sent you down here. And like, you would have been stuck right here. He's like, I don't care that you were down here, but you would have been stuck in between all these doors because you came into an area where you can't get in. You can't get in there without a card, and you can't get out without a card. And nobody, unless somebody's going to walk by, then only then you can, you know, get out of there. So anyways, he got me out to the loading docks, because otherwise I would have been stuck with this thing there. But either way, that contact should be here within the hour. So if worst case could have happened, I would have been stuck for another maybe hour or whatever, and then that would have been good. So long story short, we're okay now. We're good, and heading towards my delivery. I got to strap this part down real quick. Once it's strapped in, I tried to get out of there because people were trying to get in and out. So gotta go strap it in real quick, go stop by, print out my paperwork, even though I already a video should be done on a portable printer that I got. So I've got a portable printer that gonna be testing out for you guys and showing you guys what it is. It's like $90. Cool thing, a thermal one that uses special paper, no ink, so you can never be in trouble with no ink. Uses an app through your phone, prints it, and that's it. We've got one of my drivers, thank you Nathan, who told me about it. He uses it, so I got the same exact one, same color too. So Nathan, if you're watching this, thank you, brother. I'll be using it, and just not today. I don't have time to do the whole setup and all that. I want to do a proper like unboxing, show people what it is, and like do a little bit of a review video for everybody, not just, you know, keep that for myself. So today won't be that day, but yeah, pipes bursting here, freezing rain. You know, they had an inch of rain, an inch of freezing rain yesterday. The guy said on his car, he said he came outside and an inch of frozen rain was here. So yeah, not a good situation for these guys. That's why I want to get out of here, because tonight is the same exact problem they're gonna have, same exact thing. So I just wanted to tell you guys, the reason I pushed a little harder than usual to get this thing found, you know, did all my best and kept looking still for it in the hospital and kept trying people and, you know, doors and everything else, is because after speaking to the construction workers that work in that department, they said that tomorrow, that there's going to be freezing rain tonight, and tomorrow nobody's going to be there either. And, you know, broker was telling us, broker's dispatch, that we should lay over till tomorrow and do it that way. But either way, you know, I pushed hard enough to find that contact, and contact is the actual one who told me exactly where it was. If I didn't push hard enough and would have gotten back into the van and that's it, you know, that would have been it, you know. And tomorrow, who knows if tomorrow is going to be what tomorrow would be. Apparently tomorrow is not going to happen, according to the construction workers. They're not going to have that stuff repaired for people to come back, so everything will be in the same situation, or even worse, because they're expecting freezing rain and pipes to freeze again. So I don't know, it's just, you know, how do you have a hospital, you know, big hospital like this, well known all over the country, and have pipes freeze? Doesn't make any sense. And the guy that was walking me around, he says, oh yeah, every like 4 to 5 years it happens, you know, where stuff freezes, and it's not an old building, it's a newer building. And I was like, I just kept my thoughts to myself. But, you know, there's no such thing as freezing pipes in a hospital. It shouldn't happen. Funny how people, just because of a little bit of weather, they think that, you know, things could be controlled and switched up and whatever to their desires. You know, somebody's paying money for this, somebody's paying us for this. I'm, you know, spending resources trying to get here since last night, you know, to do all these deliveries out here and stuff, and people are just kind of being, you know, trying to pawn you off, you know, to Monday or something else. That's what happened. That's what was kind of happening here. And I'm like, no, guys, I'm not gonna, you know. I told them, listen, I drove all the way from Spokane to get this load done as well, so I'm not gonna be, you know what I mean. I'm like, I don't care what you say, I'm gonna have an answer for you no matter what. And that answer is going to be to deliver this thing, no matter what. So we all laughed about it. We all kind of, we're all on the same page. But in the end, I explained to them, hey, somebody needed this. Somebody requested this, because they kept saying, oh, well, nobody needs this. And last time, nobody needed it. And last time, they just sent it back somewhere and blah, blah, blah. I was like, I don't know. Somebody requested it. Somebody needs it. So it's here. And if they don't need it again, then they'll send somebody else to go pick it back up. So that's how things work. Just simple, easy conversation, you know what I mean? These guys think they're in charge, but in the end, I think driver kind of is in charge a little bit, because we're supposed to deliver it. And, we're supposed to talk people into accepting that delivery if they don't want to, for some reason, one way or the other. I'm not going to sit with this thing all the way till Monday. They were kind of like, oh, there's no room, there's construction going on, blah, blah. Not my problem, but we always deliver to construction areas. Always. Every time I deliver, it's 99.9% of the time going to the construction area, not a loading dock, but to you guys. So that's the end of that one. Here's what we're dealing with. This is Longview, Washington, 50 miles from Portland. They have snow here too. Supposedly freezing rain again today too. I guess we'll see what we're going to be dealing with. Trying to get out of this area, go park somewhere. I still need to figure out something. I think there's another load that's coming up for today that I got to figure out to be back in Spokane. So I got to see what the closest best route to get there is, because obviously we're dealing with snow up in the mountains, closures, and everything else. I-84 closed, so I don't even know what the route home is through here. I guess we shall see.
In 500 feet, turn right onto First Street.
So this is a little bit adventurous, I tell you. I'm gonna stop by Burger King and get my lunch there, breakfast/lunch, my brunch from Burger King. If everything was going according to plan and everything was going great and there was no weather, snow, or anything else we're dealing with, well, I think this would be pretty boring. But if you're dealing with things like,
turn left onto Nichols
change of
Boulevard.
address, weather, going around places, having to actually use your brain for things and, be persuasive, all those things put together, this job could be very, very fun in a way. So I'm gonna stop by Burger King here. 8.8.
Turn left onto Nichols Boulevard.
Say what?
In 400 feet.
Do you guys
turn
think
right
that's
on
true?
Oregon
8.8.
Road.
If it is 8.8, I ain't fitting through there. Let's give it a shot. 8.8. What a lie. Okay. The load I was talking about that I gotta hurry for is actually picking up tomorrow now, maybe, in Spokane. Needs a TSA driver, all those things. So I'm still gonna hurry back. Looked at the weather. I'm not gonna go back through Portland. That takes forever. So I'm gonna go through Highway 12, which I've lived here for 30 years almost and have never gone through that Highway 12 before. I'm gonna go try that and see how that works out, because honestly, when you're putting on chains, I just did kind of my math, and the whole thing takes about half an hour to put chains on if everything goes good. That means you're putting your vest on and everything else. You're going to get wet. You take your chains out there, you put it on, the rubbers and all that kind of stuff, and put it on and go. So you lose half an hour to put them on, half an hour to take them off. And then you're only traveling 10, 15 miles an hour with those chains. Otherwise, you're going to rip up everything and dent up everything. So in reality, chains are not great for this. Like, seriously, they're not. So you lose a lot. We'll see. We'll see how that Highway 12 goes, and hopefully I'll get through there without any problems.